Hello, my people. Well, basically, today, I don't know, I won't say I'm gonna preach because I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna share something with you guys, and it's about reaching, or shall I say, preaching to people and not acting like the world. Basically, I titled this message, Preach and Not Reach. Let me just read it briefly to you, and then I'll talk about it. God is not calling the chosen to act like the world, because when you're chosen, you can sit in the back and still see the manifestation. You don't have to act like the world to bring them close to God. You're supposed to reach them. You're not supposed to reach them, but supposed to preach to them and let God do the rest, because it's the Holy Spirit inside you that's doing all the work. Your part is to go out there and preach. His part is to do the rest, and He alone will receive the glory. Stop acting like the world. They're supposed to see something in you and follow your walk with Christ. And follow your walk with Christ will cause them to follow, and at the end it's all the Holy Spirit that does it all. So please stop reaching the people and start preaching to them. Basically, nowadays you find people just trying to blend in with the world just so they can get the gospel out there. It shouldn't be like that. You have the Holy Spirit. I think when people do that, it's like you're kind of insulting the Holy Spirit, because you're limiting the power that the Holy Spirit has. If you know that you have something inside of you, the Holy Spirit, you can stand anywhere. Like, you can stand in front of murderers, and if it's the time for that person to get saved, and if God is actually calling you, you do not have to start talking to them about murdering people and killing and everything. You don't have to be like them for them to get saved. All you have to do is deliver what God has said you should deliver. Preach the news to them, and that news, the thing that you've preached to them, should be able to convict them. Not you convicting them, but the thing that you've preached to them convicts them. And that means that the Holy Spirit is taking control, and you let the Holy Spirit. You do not have to start questioning them, harassing them. Oh, why do you murder? Why do you do this? You just go ahead and preach to them. Don't go and reach them, because this thing is just like, wow. It's, if you go, okay, an example, if I see someone drowning in a river, and someone that's bigger than me, taller than me, or whatever, that person is drowning in the river, I'm not in the river, I can help the person, right? Yeah. So the person's reaching out for help, and I can see his hand reaching out for help. So if I go there and try and pull the person out, because the person is stronger and he's already inside the water, and although I'm not in the water, he can pull me. If I'm not strong enough, he can pull me, and both of us will drown. So it's the same thing with Christianity. Some Christians, just because they hear the word, they hear about God, and as soon as they accept Jesus Christ, they think, oh, I'm ready and set to go. No, wait for the Holy Spirit. You have to wait for the Holy Spirit. It's not you that called yourself. God called you, and He gave you the Holy Spirit to guide you and direct you. So if you do anything out of your own will and not letting the Holy Spirit take control, I'm sorry, you are not doing anything for Christ, and you're not doing anything. You're not going anywhere. Because, see, the example I just gave you, the person that's in the water drowning, it's either two ways. You can help the person out, or the person will drown you as well. It's the same. If you go after somebody that you know you're not strong enough, you haven't got the Holy Spirit in you, and you try and reach somebody, or let me be their friend first before I can talk to them about God. No, you don't have to be someone's friend to talk about God to them. All you have to do is preach. Take the gospel, preach it to them. Whether it's good news for them or bad news for them, the gospel is good news to everyone. Whether they think it's bad news or not, you just preach it to them, and the Holy Spirit will do the rest. If you preach it to them and obey what God has said, you will see the Holy Spirit do the rest. Some people, let me talk about the music. The music when it's like, it's the one that amazes me so much. It's like, not a lot of people do music and everything, they sing for God, but not all of them are called to be singers. Not all of them are called in that ministry. You have to understand, singing is a ministry, and music hey, I don't want to preach, but anyway, music is made to worship God. Everything is made to worship God. If your music is not worshiping God, then I don't know where you're going. And just because music is meant to worship God does not mean just anybody and anybody is called into that ministry. We have different ministries, just like a pastor. I don't want to pre anyway, and let me carry on. So basically, yeah, an example, somebody that was doing music, let me say grime artist or whatever, or hip hop star or whatever, if he was doing music here and then he gets saved, and then as soon as he gets saved, he starts thinking, oh, just because I'm good at doing music and I used to be a musician, let me continue doing music but twist it and just put God in it. No, that's wrong. You can't do that. It has to be your calling. You can't just say just because you used to do music, just because in the world you used to be a musician and you were good at it, and when you're saved you should carry on doing music but just twist the words and put Jesus in it or anything. No, that's wrong, because even the devil can put Jesus' name in, it can sing about God, and it doesn't mean anything. You have to have a calling. That has to be your calling. And that's one thing that people get wrong. It's music is just, it's a big topic. It's a big topic. I do not want to preach for long, but anyway, yeah, that's just my concern. And it's like, if you realize, yeah, the music that you're singing is not just the words, it's everything. The way the person that's singing it, you have to have a pure heart. You have to have a pure heart. And once again, yeah.
Muhammad is there, and mom. My mom is there and Muhammad.
They're at the door. Okay, let me come. Hold on. Oh, sorry, people. Yeah, sorry about that. So music, what was I talking about? Music. So yeah, basically music, the music that you're doing, it should glorify the Lord. But mommy. Yeah. I'm sorry, people. I'll do another one.